Janet Yellen, the U.S. Treasury Secretary, recently received some concerning news. Have you heard anything about it? Are you aware of Janet Yellen's accusation of banking corruption? It was due to speaking fees, as it turned out. Let's see what it is, shall we? But first, we're giving away $25 to one lucky subscriber at the end of the month to get them started on their XRP journey. All you have to do is like, subscribe, and comment on the video. What are your thoughts on XRP? Welcome to the XRP family in the comments section. By clicking the like button and subscribing, you can help us develop the XRP Hut community. Let's have a look at the current price of XRP before moving on to the other changes. At the time of recording, the price of XRP was $1.19, with a 24-hour trading volume of $8,710,159,539. In the previous 24 hours, the price of XRP has dropped by 6.3%. There are 46 billion XRP coins in circulation, with a total supply of 100 billion. If you're thinking about buying or selling XRP, B2BX is the most active exchange right now. Then there's the question of speaking fees. What exactly is it? What went wrong? Janet Yellen has been accused of bribery recently. The Treasury Secretary of the United States has been accused of accepting speaking fees from banks. Yellen had made millions in speaking fees from numerous institutions, according to the Secretary's earnings restricted declaration. Only the Citadel Hedge Fund and Citibank paid him $7.2 million in speaking fees. That's a substantial sum of money. And the rate at which Yellen was paid for these appearances was troubling, prompting Bitcoin enthusiast Bruce Fenton to bring out the receipts. Fenton shared a screenshot of Yellen's earnings on Twitter. He also called attention to the sums paid to the Secretary by banks. Here's what Bruce Fenton had to say on Twitter. Secretary Janet Yellen's partial disclosure of what she refers to as speaking fees can be seen here. In blue, Citi is highlighted. Green highlights the Citadel. Because much of America was shut down in 2020, she gave practically all of her remarks through Zoom from her house. Total cost, $7.2 million. Bruce Fenton is an author. Citadel alone had given Yellen nearly $7 million, according to the figures. In addition, for just 3 days of speaking, Yellen made $450,000 from City National. Investors accuse Yellen of accepting bribes from banks in the form of speaking fees in order to assist them in working against the DeFi space. Secretary Janet Yellen's current net worth is estimated to be at $20 million. Because banks pay her so much for speaking fees, a single bank is responsible for 1/3 of Yellen's net wealth. According to Yellen's official limited disclosure, she earned millions more from banks such as Barclays, BNP, UBS, and others. People believe that Yellen is now working for the banks because of the amount of speaking fees she has gotten from them. The fact that Yellen has tried to outlaw decentralized financing, DeFi, a major competitor of traditional banks, contradicts this. Individuals have begun to shift their funds to DeFi, rather than depositing their funds in bank savings accounts. The increased earnings from DeFi greatly outweigh the bank's recovery percentages. As a result, people are more enticed to invest in decentralized finance services. According to Ron Hammond, Director of Government Relations at the Blockchain Association, she is now attending her true owners, the banks, rather than the U.S. government. As more senators privately express reservations about the bill text, public pressure is working. Treasury is pulling out all the brakes to torpedo the Wyden Amendment, and the bill's general politics may compel Sen. Schumer is expected to say, there will be no modifications at all. For that $7 million, Yellen is now virtually banning a competitor of their Citi Paymasters, the DeFi space, with a part slipped into the infrastructure bill at the last minute that operates smart contract coders as brokers. An amendment to the bill banning coders was nearly certain to pass with broad support, but Yellen intervened to advocate for a competing alternative, the so-called Warner-Portman Amendment, which does not ban coders. The danger today is that the bill passes without amendment, putting coders and miners on the hook in theory. However, politicians have stated that the definition of a broker does not include miners. That would be a huge success for Yellen's backers, but it would be a huge loss for Americans, who might witness directly how open corruption leads to the US being sold out for merely $7 million. Kryptonians will now be required to pay speaking fees and contribute small sums of $100,000 or $1 million to the elected, with it uncertain whether this will be just in time to preserve the right to publish open source code on blockchain networks without any licensing obligations. If not, citizens in the United States will have no choice but to become politically involved and fight them in the ballot box with all legally available means, because the crypto space most likely has not only the cost of business political war chest, but also the numbers to defeat all enemies of freedom, corrupt or otherwise. Crypto aficionados would have to go head-to-head with the competition. In the past, the market was typically divorced from politicking. With each passing day, it becomes clearer that if the DeFi space is to thrive, investors must become active in the politics surrounding it. This would include using their relevant votes, voting for politicians who are knowledgeable about the crypto market, rather than accepting speaking fees from banks to assist them further their agendas. It also means that crypto investors will have to spend money on speaking fees to officials in order to prevent harmful legislation from being passed. The crypto market, which is still in its infancy, has a long road ahead of it. Despite this, crypto fans continue to demonstrate that they will not sit idly by while others damage the market. Now for some more encouraging news. Shall we have a look at it? This is a brand new improvement. Hash Laboratories put this together with the help of 4 people. They will provide the SynFin XDC network the capacity to enhance military-grade security and performance while consuming minimum resources to identify hostile actors as a result of this. This is a fantastic enhancement to the protocol. Aren't you convinced? SynFin is a blockchain initiative that tries to solve some of the most frequent problems. Contracts that are smart due to its ability to transfer wealth across borders in a fraction of the time and expense of legacy systems. Blockchains have long been lauded as a game-changing technology in the financial industry. However, because most modern blockchains are now overburdened, network congestion and expensive fees have diminished this promise. Nonetheless, in recent years, a number of high-efficiency systems have emerged, aiming to fully realize this promise. SynFin is a hybrid blockchain platform designed to transform the global trade and finance sector by providing a decentralized infrastructure solution that is accessible, efficient, and extremely configurable. Because of its high-efficiency smart contract and real-time settlement capabilities, the platform allows companies to engage in the global trade market at a fraction of the customary cost. SynFin claims that this will greatly improve the efficiency of cross-border transactions while also allowing for both public and private use cases. Because of SynFin's hybrid architecture, it can support public, private, and consortium chains for almost any application. SynFin has already been utilized for remittance and peer-to-peer trading platforms, blockchain-powered insurance, online digital asset-linked identities, end-to-end land registry record management, and other applications, showcasing the platform's adaptability. Unlike other competing platforms, SynFin assures that a masternode can function efficiently on even basic consumer-grade computer hardware, making it highly accessible and maximizing decentralization. The Self-KYC feature in XDPOS is used by public masternode holders to conduct identity verification prior to engaging in consensus. Transactions can also reach finality in under 2 seconds with almost no transaction costs thanks to this ultra-efficient consensus method. Are you an XRP investor? If you want to learn more about XRP, there are 2 more videos on the end screen that you can watch. Please consider subscribing and giving us a thumbs up. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch. We'll see you in the next video. Please keep in mind that cryptocurrency prices fluctuate regularly, so by the time you see this video, it may have changed to a completely different value. The information presented in this video is not intended to be investing, financial, trading, or other types of advice. It's ideal if you don't treat any of the stuff like that. The information in this video is provided solely for educational purposes and should not be construed as financial advice. Before making any investment decisions, do your homework and consult with your financial advisor.